Jump, kick back, whip around, and spin! Ninjago! Hey everybody, Creature and Turks are back with another video, and we are doing a review of Lego series Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitsu. Yep. Kai, Zane, Jay, Cole, Nia, and Lloyd. The 6 ninjas. Masters of fire, ice, lightning, earth, water, and energy. But, yeah. Let's not forget about Master Wu. Yeah. The one who brought all these characters together. In the hour-long pilot of Ninjago, Kai was just a simple blacksmith. Yeah. Then a legion of skeleton warriors came and kidnapped Nia. For it was all to get a map to the locations of the 4 golden weapons. The Sword of Fire, the Shurikens of Ice, the Nunchucks of Lightning, and the Scythe of Quakes. Yeah. After Nia was kidnapped, Kai would do anything to get her back. So, Master Wu brought Kai in to teach him Spinjitsu. Yeah. And after training, a long time of training, he met Zane, Cole, and Jay. Yeah. And Jay kind of got a little bit of a crush on Nia. It was going on like this for a long time. They faced many enemies. Wu's own brother, Garmadon. Yeah. The leader of the skeleton army, Samukai at first. And then came Lloyd Garmadon. Garmadon's own son. Wow. And Lloyd, he kind of unleashed giants, humanoid snake creatures called the Serpentine. The Hypnobrite, the Fangpires, the Anachondri. Yeah. And a whole bunch of others. The 5 the 5 Serpentine tribes, they were unleashed, and there was also a little thing of them trying to unleash a giant snake called the Great Devourer. The reason that snake's venom can turn the purest soul evil. And that's the reason why Garmadon was so evil. And also, Lloyd, he's destined to become the Green Ninja. The one who would face the darkness inside of his own father. Wow. Wow. And this show has been going on for 15 years. Can you believe it, Trex? Yeah. They even had their own dragons. Yeah. And Nia became the Master of Water during their encounter with Moro, the Master of Wind. They also faced off against the Overlord again. That was the darkness inside of Garmadon. After Lloyd defeated him, his father turned back to normal and good, without being like a monster. Yeah. Then they had to fight the Overlord again when it became like a virus. Yeah. Then they faced off against Garmadon's old sensei, Chen, who was just a power-hungry, pathetic lunatic. who used his own daughter and manipulated her. We also got a little bit more context with the elemental powers they have. A lot of them were inherited by elemental masters from the past. Yeah. Well, Kai and Nia got their fire and water powers from their mom and dad. Kai got it from his fire powers from his dad. Nia got her water powers from her mom. Cole got his powers from his mother. So did Jay. Zane, not so much. After all, he is a ninjroid. The previous Master of Ice kind of, I don't know how that works. How the old Master of Ice gave his powers to Zane, since he was a ninjroid. That was quite the shock when he found out he was a ninjroid. And Moro, the Master of Wind, he was a ghost, and then he possessed Lloyd because he was a little bit, well, let's just say a little too overzealous, or kind of had a personality like Tai Lung. Yeah, was destined to get the Dragon Scroll, or Moro is destined to be the Green Ninja. It wasn't meant to be. Nope. But, not in a million years. So he possessed Lloyd so he can become the Green Ninja. And that's when they learned Air Jitsu, giving them the power of flight, which was really cool in my opinion. Yeah. And during that time, Cole kind of turned into a ghost. He was a ghost for the rest of the season, and in the next season with Nauticon the Djinn, an evil genie. Yeah. Whoo-wee. And that was like really, really bad. Yeah. It kind of sucked that, well, Cole was a ghost for a season and a half. Yeah, it was. But he made the best of it. But he had to steer clear of water because water was kind of a natural kryptonite to ghosts. Yeah. And during that whole thing with Nauticon, they tried to trick him and wished that everything was back to normal and everything, but Nia was almost killed, and Jay used his last wish to make it so none of Nauticon was never released in the first place. And then they reversed that whole thing. And the only ones who remember the whole adventure with Nauticon were Jay and Nia. Yeah. And that cemented their whole relationship, which was awesome in my opinion. It was great. Then we also, in the next season, it involved the Hands of Time. The two elemental masters of time. How is time an element? Yeah. It was, like, weird. The Hands of Time were a pair of brothers who they fought alongside Garmadon and Wu, but after the whole thing, they decided with their powers they could control everything in Ninjago. Oh man, that is like power hungry to the max. Yeah. And it was the dumbest. Well, not the dumbest thing, but They fought like many, many other enemies. And after the whole thing with the Hands of Time, the designs of, well, Lloyd, Jay, Nia, Kai, Zane, and Cole they made them look like how they were in that Lego Ninjago movie. Ah, that one. Then which was really awesome in my opinion, that's when they fought against the Sons of Garmadon. And they also went up against, so the leader was the quiet one who wanted to bring back the evil Lord Garmadon, not the good one who sacrificed himself in order to stop Chen, but Garmadon's bad side. Oh man. And then after that, the Oni. That was a pretty short season, but yeah. Then they went off to the Never. No, wait. It was against a serpentine a serpentine sorceress who Wu like taught Spinjitsu to. And she also stole Kai's fire elemental powers. Oh man. But when they stopped her, well, Kai's powers weren't completely stolen. They were always with him. You can't steal that. True power comes from within. And after they defeated her, well, they thought Zane was destroyed, but he was sent to another realm called the Never Realm. A whole realm filled with ice and snow. And there was a really, really big time difference from when the time they at the battle and with their serpentine sorceress and when they lost him. And in that time, there was another power-hungry man who decided to use Zane like some kind of puppet and call him the Ice Emperor. Wow. Man, that was really something. Yeah. And Kai even got his elemental fire back. And it was hot. I really love the element of fire. Pyrokinesis is one of my favorite powers. Yeah, no kidding. And then we got a season all about Zane. Well, all about Cole, actually, about more of him and his mom. Yeah. I mean, Cole's mom being the elemental master of Earth before him. Yeah. They fought against the Skull Sorcerer, who was the king of Shintaro, using two tribes underneath his kingdom, using them to mine for Venge Stone. Venge Stone? It's a material that's like a kryptonite to elemental masters, to people with elemental powers. It doesn't almost kill them like actual kryptonite with Superman, but it just sort of takes away their powers or nullifies them. And the one who defeated the Skull Sorcerer was Cole, using a technique his mother did called the Spinjitsu Burst. Whoa. Yeah. And that Skull Sorcerer / King of Shintaro has been dethroned. Yeah. Then we also, in the next one, we went to the Merlopia. It was kind of like Atlantis, and the villain in there was named Kalmar. His name sounds like calamari. Yeah. Except he thinks he's so superior to every other species. Like, people of the surface are not that strong. We can easily fight back. No. His father wouldn't let it. And he even adopted an orphan, well, kind of like I don't know what to call Benthro. He was like he looked human, but like an Atlantean. And Kalmar, his people were like more squid people. Like squids. Like, kind of like a humanoid an anthropomorphic squid people. That. Oh, and there was also the time when they also went up onto a mysterious lost island with an ancient sea serpent called Wojira. Wojira. Is this thing any connection to to Godzilla? No. Wojira was actually the one who, this monster actually controlled the powers of water and wind. There were no, ancient masters of wind and water. Well, you see, Wu and Garmadon's father, the first Spinjitsu master, mastered many elements, but not water and wind. But there was another. The first master of water was Naiad. She defeated Wojira, but she became the water itself. And the only way for them to defeat Wojira and Kalmar was for Nia to do the same. She did that, but she was slowly losing herself. She had to go to the sea. You could tell that Jay was kind of heartbroken after that. Yeah, I could see that. And then we also have the whole thing with the Overlord coming back. Yeah. And he assembled the greatest villains. A team of villains. The Serpentine Sorceress, Pythor the Anachondri. Then there was also the King of Shintaro, now the Skull Sorcerer. And then we also have a Masked Ninja F, who is also a Nindroid, who worked with the Sons of Garmadon. And then we also got the Mechanic. Well, what am I forgot about another season. It was also the one where they went to into a video game world. Oh man, you mean they went Sword Art Online? Yep. And was this AI ticked? It didn't. I mean, the creator of that AI, Unagami, well, he didn't quite understand the whole thing with what he created. He didn't understand its Unagami's feelings. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, all that. It was really quite something in that one. Then with the whole thing with the Overlord being called the Crystal King, he assembled everyone like a team of villains. Even got Harumi, who was also the quiet one during the whole Sons of Garmadon thing. I thought she was dead. I guess not. Yeah. Man, Ninjago is filled with lots of twists and turns and adventures. You would not believe about this whole series, guys. I mean, 15 seasons and 15 years this show has been going on. And, well, I hope you guys liked our review of, Ninjago Masters of Spinjitsu. Hope you guys like our review, so don't forget to like our videos, comment what you think, share with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe right away. This is Curry Creature and Trucks telling you to have a spintastic day. Bye, everybody. Raw!